All right, everybody. Here we are. Everybody good? Everybody chilling? Okay. We're going to go through some notes here, so some math notes. So make sure you have your notebook, paper, pencil, eraser, ready to kick butt, ready to take these notes, ready to learn. All right. Here we are. So, always, first step is we identify the name of these notes. In this case, these are called multi-step equations, algebra 2, right? So we're going to review multi-step equations, right? Just as a refresher before we continue to some harder stuff. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to see the bullet points. Bullet point number 1. You're going to get all variables to one side of the equation. Variables is another word for letters, right? You're going to get the letters, all the X's, all the Y's, all the M's, all the R's to one side of the equation. Bullet point number 2, you're going to get all the numbers to the other side of the equation. So all the letters are on the left, you want to move all the numbers to the right. Right? If all the letters are on the right, you want to move all the numbers to the left. Right? Then bullet point number 3, or lightning bolt, right? Lightning bolt, third lightning bolt, is we're going to get variable by itself. So you want to turn all the letters, all the variables into one single variable. Right? So, let's take a look. So, always read the instructions first, right? Always the first step. And this one says solve each equation. So we're going to solve, right? So, step 1 is we draw our line of separation. Always step 1, draw a line of separation. So if we notice here, we have n and we have n. So these are called like terms, remember? And these are like terms because they both have n. So we can combine them, right? So a negative 43 and a positive 58, they are not the same signs. So I have to subtract them. 58 minus 43 is 15. N. And it's a positive 15 because 58 is bigger and 58 is a positive. Now I still have my negative 150 right here. Look at that. Right? So let's remind ourselves that 15n means 15 times n. And the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So when I cross out this 15 right here, I bring it over and it divides by 15. Because it's the opposite of multiplying, right? So I'm going to cross out 15 here and I'm going to divide by 15. And now, lo and behold, look. My n is by itself, my variable is by itself. I could bring it down just like that. Now, negative 150 divided by 15, not sure. So let's use our calculator right here, which you can find on Schoology, right? Desmo Scientific Calculator. So negative 150 divided by 15 is negative 10, right? Which makes sense. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. And 150 divided by 15 is 10. And there you go. Look at that. That's the kind of work that I want to see. All right. Perfect. The n's are on one side. The letters are on the other side. And I got n by itself. I solved for n, right? All right. Sorry, guys. This is a cool beat. I want to listen to this a little bit. All right, number 2, right? Solve each equation. Always read instructions first, right? Solve each equation. So always, always, always start with your line of separation. That's how we start, with our line of separation. So on the left side here of the line of separation, what can I combine? So if you notice, this negative 7.7 doesn't have an x. This negative 8.8 doesn't have an x. They're just regular numbers. So these two are my like terms. Sorry about that. These two are my like terms. These are the ones that I can put together. Just like that. Right? So negative 7.7 minus 8.8. I'm going to do it over here just to be sure. Negative 7.7 minus 8.8. 8.8 is negative 16.5. Okay. So I get negative 16.5. Now this extra here, that dude just comes down over here like that. This negative 24.9, nothing happened to it as well, so that one just comes down here as well. Now remember, the goal is to get the x's on one side of the line of separation and the numbers on the other side of the line of separation. So I need to move this negative 16.5 over here to this side, so then x will be by itself. Right? So I'm going to move this dude and I'm going to cross him out. But negative 16.5, when it comes over to this side, is going to become plus 16.5. So plus 16.5, just like that. So I'm going to get x is equal to, right? Because look, my x comes down just like that. So these are not the same signs. 24.9 and 16.5 are not the same. So I'm going to subtract them. So I'm going to clear that, and I'm going to say 24.9 minus 16.5 is 8.4. So I get 8.4. And it's going to be a negative 8.4 because look, 24.9 is bigger and it's a negative. So look at that, just like that. Okay. There we go. We got 2 examples down. All right. So make sure you're writing your notes down. Make sure that you're rewinding or pausing, just to be sure that you are on the right track. Let's move on to number 3 here. So again, solve each equation, right? We're going to solve this equation right here. Always, always, always start by line of separation. So remember, I want all my letters on the same side and all my numbers on the same side. So I'm going to bring this V over this way here like that, and I'm going to make it a minus V. So I'm going to cross it out because it's a positive V, and I'm going to say minus V. So that means since my V's are going to be on this side, that means I need to move this plus 14 and bring it over as minus 14. So I'm going to cross it out and I'm going to say minus 14, just like this. Right? So my V minus V, right? I'm going to rewrite it just to make sure. And this is divisible 1. 1V minus 1V. Well, 1V minus 1V is 0, right? Right. I get 0 here. Okay. So let's see, on this side here, I have all these regular numbers. So let me write them out here in order, so just I'm not confused. Negative 14 minus 16 minus 30 plus 60. Just like that. Look at that. So now let's use our tools. Let's use the tools that we have, which is our calculator. So let us clear. So minus 14, minus 16, minus 30, plus 60. And that gives us 0. Okay, so this whole thing is equal to 0. Right. So that means that 0 is equal to 0. Is that a true statement? Let me go back over here, sorry. It is a true statement. 0 is equal to 0. Everyone, that means that any number that I put into this V and this V will make these two sides equal. If I put in a 1 and a 1, these two sides will be equal. If I put in 1,000 and 1,000, these two sides will be equal. If I put in negative 432, negative 432, these two sides will be equal. Right? So that means that the solution is all real numbers. All real numbers, right? All real numbers. Look at that. Okay. So we got 3 down. 1 more to go, right? Okay, let's take a look. Again, always, 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 always draw our line of separation. Right? Now here, on the left side here, I notice that this is a regular number and this is a regular number. So I'm going to put those two together. Negative 6.31 minus 14.5. And I still have my negative 0.9x, so negative 0.9x. But what's cool about this is, look, these two are like terms because they're just regular numbers. So I'm going to use my tools, my calculator here. So this is negative 6.31, negative 6.31 minus 14.5 gives us negative 20.81. Okay. Negative 20.81. Negative 20.81. Now I still have my negative minus 0.9x. There's nothing more I can do on the left side. I'm done. These are not like terms because this one has an x, this term has an x, and this term does not have an x. So let's work on this side now. Now this one, this side, darn it, I keep doing that. Sorry, everyone. This side of the x, if I noticed, I have x and x. So I'm going to bring those two dudes together. Negative 5.3x plus 10.4x. Now this 32.59, that's a positive. I'm just going to write it over here at the end here. And I wrote them together because look at these two dudes. They are like terms because they both have x, right? So let us use our tools. Negative 5.3 plus 10.4. No need to do the x's yet, right? Okay, so I get 5.1. Look at that. Okay, so I get 5.1x. And I still have my plus 32.59. Okay, so I'm done on the left, I'm done on the right. Now what I want to do, everybody, is I want to bring all my x's to one side and all my numbers to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this negative 0.9x and I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to call it plus 0.9x. Okay. So minus 0.9x becomes plus 0.9x. So my x's are going to be on the right. That means I need to move this plus 32.59 and I need to bring it over and call it minus 32.59. Cross it out. And minus 32.59. Look at that. And I have my numbers here. So let me do this side first. Do this side first. Negative 20.81 minus 32.59. Let's use our tool. Negative 20.8. Nope, not 81. 8. Nope. Let's start over. Negative 20.81 divided by, oh my God, guys, I'm messing up here. Look at this. It's all right. It's okay to make mistakes. That's the thing. I want everybody to make sure that you are okay making mistakes. Negative 20.81 minus 32.59 is negative 53.4. Okay, let's go back over here. Negative 53.4. Everybody, making mistakes is fine with me, everyone. Making mistakes, you're human. I'm human, you're human. We all make mistakes, right? Let's do these two. These two are like terms. So 5.1 plus 0.9. 5.1 plus 0.9 is 6. Look at that, an even 6. So we get 6x. 6x. Now remember, 6x means 6 times x. So the opposite of multiplying when I cross out times 6 is dividing by 6. So multiply 6 and divide by 6. So I get equals, x is equal to negative 53.4 divided by 6. Again, let's use our tools. Negative 53.4 divided by 6 is negative 8.9. Negative 8.9. And there you go. There you go. Look at that. A little harder, but right, still doable, step by step by step. Right? And those are, for example, these are the kind of examples you're going to see in the worksheet or in your work. Right? So make sure you copied everything down. Make sure you pause. Make sure you rewinded if you needed to. And you were able to understand it, right? And I completely forgot here. Look at this, guys. Man, I am making a ton of mistakes today. But again, that is okay to make mistakes. All right? And that right there, kiddos, is the video lesson. I hope it made sense. If it didn't make as much sense as possible, that's okay as well. You're going to ask questions. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. And before we know it, you're going to have this down like the back of your hand. Okay? Here we are. Thank you for being here.